Panicking King Charles has enlisted the help of the woke Archbishop of Canterbury to broker a deal between his warring sons as part of his plans to allow Harry to attend the coronation alongside his wife Meghan Markle. Now, according...
Angela Levin has done it again. The renowned royal biographer, known for her fearless takes and deep insider knowledge, has once more shaken the foundations of royal watchers everywhere. This time she's pulled back the curtain on what might be the royal family's biggest crisis yet, a crisis that could change the monarchy forever, and one that's sending shockwaves through Buckingham Palace and beyond. And this time, it's not just criticism of Meghan Markle. It's an exposé of what Angela calls Meghan's dark secret, a secret that could explain the deepening divide within the House of Windsor.
To a very well-sourced exclusive by the political editor of the Mail on Sunday, Glenn Owen, despite the monarch favouring the prospect of having the Sussexes join in the historic celebrations, Prince William is, and in my view, rightfully fighting the idea because of his concern the pair may try and overshadow the event and use it as a publicity stunt. Currently, it's not been confirmed whether the Duke and Duchess of Woke will even accept an invitation to the coronation, with both of them seemingly using the event as a bargaining chip to secure their precious titles. The official biographer of Harry, Angela Levin, joins me now. And Angela, I have to say, Prince William is right on this. I'm convinced of that.
Yes, so am I. I mean, first of all, he knows Harry better than any of us.
And certainly better than Charles.
And brother know each other better than father and son. There's all sorts of strange emotional things going on there. And he would absolutely be able to read him. And he's disgusted by the revelations that Harry thought he could make about him, you know, invading his privacy, when Harry is known for being absolutely meticulous about keeping him, as he's got court cases waiting if people do, you know, knock a bit into his privacy. And he feels that he can say all sorts of things about William. He's lost his hair, he doesn't look like his mother anymore, and all these cruel things. And William...
Yeah, and he's painted him as a violent brute,
yes,
which, by the way, is not
bully.
An accurate portrayal of William. It was just the fact that Harry had pushed him to the brink.
Yes. Well, he knows how to do that, you see. And so then it happens, and then William would probably be a bit annoyed with himself, but realises that this is what his aim was. And I think that he's actually said several times that he always wanted the death of his mother to make him rather than break him. And he wants to have a good, happy life and be as normal as he can be in his situation. Whereas Harry is out to destroy and is so jealous of him.
According to Levin, the royal rift isn't about to heal. In fact, she warns it's about to explode into something even more dramatic, with consequences that could echo for generations. Look, this isn't just idle gossip swirling in the tabloids or wild speculation from royal fans. This is a veteran royal biographer, someone who spent years studying the family up close, sounding the alarm from the inside. Levin's words carry weight, and her warnings are not to be taken lightly. So if you think you've heard it all about the royal drama, trust me, you haven't. There's a whole new layer to this story that's just now coming to light. Angela Levin claims there's way more to Meghan's royal exit than just hurt feelings or relentless media pressure. She suggests that what we saw on the surface was only a fraction of the real story. Behind the scenes, Meghan allegedly had a long-term plan, not just to step back from royal duties, but to separate Harry from the entire monarchy, to create a new life on her own terms, far from royal tradition. And guess what? According to Levin, it worked. The couple's departure wasn't just a spontaneous decision, but the result of careful planning and strategic moves.
It's a scorched earth strategy. That's what Harry and Meghan are currently operating under. And that's why I think King Charles is so naive, Angela, because William has this right. You know what will happen? Harry and Meghan, the red carpet will be rolled out for them. They don't give a damn. They're going to do some sort of stunt while they're here to steal the attention. So William suspects they'll do something like go to a poverty-deprived part of London to prove that they're down with the people, exactly, compared to the royal family. But the bigger point is the damage they will cause when they go back to America and they use everything that happened behind the scenes, all of the private conversations for their next book, for Meghan's autobiography, or for their next Netflix series or Spotify podcast.
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't see how a father can actually push aside the son who's supporting him and there to help him and who will be the next king for someone who hates living in this country, much prefers it in America, thinks he should come over here to fix the royal family, and the first thing he'll do is stop them from getting involved with the press, because that would be all to the better. Oh, yeah? What about you, mate, for your book? And he feels that, you know, he can destroy us. He also actually had the cheek to say that he thought he ought to help bring up 2 of their children.
Oh, I know.
Because...
well, he's purposely trying to wind William up.
Yes, and
the
he's doing
reality
very
is,
well.
I don't blame William for feeling like he's so angry he can't even imagine. William, at the moment, from what I'm told, cannot even imagine being this far away from Harry.
It's not
the
fair.
despair and the anger is
and he
so
wants
big.
to protect Catherine as well, who's been
Oh, yeah.
so
and Charles should
protective and caring about him.
should want to protect
Yes.
Camilla, though.
Well, the thing is, when Meghan originally joined the family, I heard from somebody very, very close that he thought Meghan was wonderful. She was a breath of fresh air, and she was fantastic, and they had so much in common. And like a lot of men, he can fall for a beautiful woman who wears quite a short dress and looks at him with her eyes up or down. I don't know how you do that. But, you know, she's she can actually make men feel very fond of her.
Manipulate.
And I think that this is what she's done to the Archbishop of Canterbury, because he thinks she's a wonderful woman. But by any means,
a humanitarian,
she is not,
he describes her as.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
He's absolutely not. And also, how did she treat him? Very, very badly, because she said to all of us that they got married 3 days before, before we all saw them 3 days later. And he got in a real state and had to make an announcement that that is actually a criminal offence. And he didn't do that. And he couldn't have married twice. And there had to be 2 witnesses. I mean, he got in quite a stressful situation. So how can you like that? She would know, Harry would know, that actually they didn't really get married, but it was just a statement to stir things up. And how can you then trust somebody who does that to you? It's a real trip-up, isn't it?
She says Meghan built a narrative of victimhood, all while quietly burning royal bridges behind her. Every interview, every public statement was part of a larger strategy to reshape her image and distance herself from the royal fold. On the surface, it looked like empowerment. A woman taking control of her destiny, standing up for herself and inspiring others to do the same. But Levin calls it emotional manipulation masked as empowerment. She argues that Meghan's actions were calculated to win sympathy and support while isolating Harry from his roots. And now, that mask, it's slipping. The carefully crafted image is starting to crack, revealing the complex and sometimes troubling reality beneath. But what about Prince Harry? He's not just a bystander in this royal saga. Where does he fit in? Is he a willing participant, or is he caught in a web of loyalty and love that's pulling him in opposite directions?
It really is. Some speculation that King Charles might be considering a BBC interview, possibly with Jonathan Dimbleby. We'll remember that famous interview in the 90s when Charles chose Dimbleby, who, let's be honest, is close to Charles. He likes Charles a lot, to first admit that he had cheated on Diana.
Yeah.
What do you think of this idea of
I think it's a very bad idea. I think he and the senior royals, Camilla, William and Catherine, have all behaved with the most enormous dignity. They've carried on. They've been very busy. They've carried on what they had to do. And if you do practical things, you start forgetting all the nasty stuff
just do the
that's
keep calm
around
and carry
you.
on strategy.
And I think that he should continue with that. It's not our business to know the details of him and Harry. We can see for ourselves that it's disgusting what they're doing, and they have no right to be here, to be rude. How can you talk about your father and your family like that and then come to a ceremony that is very serious and look bored or push yourself in the front or get angry that you're not given the seat that you want? It said it was going to be bribed by saying he'd have a very good position in the cathedral.
Yeah, and he'd get to keep the titles.
And to keep the titles. Well, I think that's terrible.
Look,
I think that's terrible.
It looks like the Sussexes never change, because there have been more departures of their staff members, this time from Archerwells. It's been announced that the internal head of content, Ben Browning, and the head of marketing, Farah Taylor, will be resigning from the foundation later this year. That's just 2 months after 2 other senior foundation employees resigned within 48 hours of each other. So Could it be, Angela Levin, that the Sussexes are too toxic even for Hollywood?
It's 16 people since they started Archwell, and they're all people who actually had very good careers before they came.
It's not about Harry and Meghan, Angela. It's not about them. It's everyone else. It's all of these 16 people. They're not good enough. They're not good enough.
They want to do it all themselves, you see, which is fine if they want to. But if they get it wrong and they haven't got it right, they probably blame the people that they're employing. And you can see, and also Samantha Cohen, who the Queen had worked for the Queen, the late Queen, for 17 years. She gave her to Meghan to spend 6 months or a year with her to help her. She couldn't stand it. She left. So, you know, all that is piling up. So she's not Miss Nice. She really isn't. And anybody who falls for that is actually, you know, like Harry did, is in a difficult position, because I think she brings out the worst in him. So, you know, if that's what you want, you'll get a surprise. If you want her to be sweet and nice and charming, she can be, but she's also got another side which is really scary.
Levin believes Harry is more conflicted than ever, torn between loyalty to Meghan, the woman he loves, and the family he left behind, the only world he's ever known. She even suggests Harry's loyalty might come from fear. Fear of losing everything again: love, identity, purpose. The pressure is immense, and the stakes couldn't be higher. And that's a dangerous place to be. Each new public appearance, each headline, each rumour, it just adds fuel to the fire. The media frenzy grows, and the scrutiny becomes unbearable. The rift gets wider, the headlines get harsher, and the palace grows more silent. The once united royal front is now fractured, with no sign of reconciliation. According to Levin, the unhealthy dynamic between Harry and Meghan is driving them further from the royal family, and things are only getting worse. The longer this goes on, the harder it will be to mend the damage. Hey, quick reminder, if you find this kind of royal breakdown valuable, hit that subscribe button. Don't miss out on the latest updates and exclusive insights. This is the channel that brings you the truth behind the royal headlines, no matter how uncomfortable. We dig deeper, so you get the real story, not just the official version. Angela Levin's warning is ringing louder than ever. Meghan Markle's dark secret. It's not just a rumour, it's a calculated plan, if you believe Levin's sources. A calculated plan that succeeded in tearing the royal family apart, leaving scars that may never fully heal. The consequences are real, and the pain is visible on both sides. And according to Levin, this isn't just a rift. It's a full-blown crisis with no end in sight. The monarchy faces one of its greatest challenges, and the world is watching every move. If you want to stay ahead of the next royal twist, go ahead and tap like, smash subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss what happens next. I want to know what you think. Is Angela Levin exposing the truth? Or is she just fueling the fire and deepening the divide? Your opinion matters, and this conversation is far from over. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the debate going. Whose side are you on, and what do you think the future holds for the royals? Thanks for watching. And get ready, because this royal drama is far from over. The next chapter could be the most shocking yet, and we'll be here to cover every twist and turn.